This is for all of my spiritual seekers, everyone that wants to or is already connecting with spirit guides, developing their psychic or mediumship abilities. This is for you. This is the one thing that I wish I knew before I started connecting to spirit guides. Hi, my name is Jillian. I'm a psychic healer and coach and spiritual teacher. I'm also the founder of the 3 stages of the healer's path: purpose, partnership, and prosperity, which I believe is the path of our soul's evolution to our highest human potential. So let me preface. I teach psychic development and how to activate our psychic and soul gifts in order to discover our purpose. And when I was many years ago first opening up my psychic gifts back in 2012, I wish that I had a program that was a culmination of psychic development, energy management, healing, discernment, and taking aligned action. I wish I had a program like I have created that had it all. But at the time, I didn't. I was only taught to connect with my psychic abilities. And the thing that I believe they absolutely could have done better was to educate their students on the pitfalls of developing your psychic abilities. And I know that might sound crazy from someone that teaches people how to develop their psychic abilities. I'm not trying to can anyone else's process or create fear or doubt in developing your psychic abilities, because it is honestly the gateway to your purpose. It's the gateway to your happiness. Connecting with your authenticity, your soul, and your true self by developing your intuition and your psychic abilities is like the #1 game changer and ultimately part of our soul path. So if you're neglecting this, then you're probably feeling stuck or out of alignment. So the #1 thing that I wish that I'd learned back in the day when I started opening up my spiritual gifts, my psychic gifts, when I was becoming a beacon of light and connecting to all of these other energies and entities that I was becoming extremely sensitive to, the one thing that I wish I was taught was discernment. Discernment. Because not all energies and entities are created equal. Just like humans, we are not all created equal. We do not all have the best intentions for each other. As sad as that is to say, that is the current world that we live in. Hopefully, this will change, but it all starts with us. The more that we shift and change our frequency and vibration inside, the more that we are connected to who we truly are and living our purpose authentically, and then being of service to others and sharing the love that we have inside with everybody, then that's what moves the needle to like happiness, to true peace. You know, I feel like I'm on Miss Universe here. We want world peace, but I do believe that is the way that we can get world peace, when everyone is actually connected to their true selves. But this goes, I'm going on a tangent here about politics, but when you are opening yourself up to communicate with your higher self, your soul, your spirit guides, when you start channeling, when you're connecting with other energies or entities or passed over loved ones, it is so important to learn discernment, guys. Firstly, it is important to understand what your own energy feels like. When you have learned the proper energetic discernment tools and being able to clear your own energy, you need to understand how you feel in your most authentic self, in your own energy, when you have not been bombarded or influenced by other people's energies. And that's why the energy healing and clearing component is so key, and this is why it's a big, massive part of my program when you're developing your psychic abilities. Because if you don't know how you feel in your purest energetic state, you're not going to know if you've been infiltrated or bombarded or hijacked by an energy or entity that is influencing you, that might be pretending to be your spirit guide. And I've seen it happen, guys. I've seen it happen. I remember when I was opening up my gifts again in 2012, I wasn't taught any of that. I wasn't taught discernment. I just thought, oh, I'm feeling something that must be my spirit guide. Let me invite you in. And I literally invited this energy and this entity into my auric field. I actually took them to the bathroom with me before class and later found out that this was a shapeshifter. Now, step one is, again, just clearing your energy and knowing what you feel like in your purest energetic form. Two, in terms of discernment, if you're ever connecting with any other energies or entities outside of yourself, is to ground yourself. Make sure that you are properly grounded and connected to your earth star, your soul star, your sun star. If you want to connect to source love, absolutely do that. We are source love, but if that makes you feel better, then absolutely do that as well. This is preparation. Like, you need to be prepared when you're going to communicate with any other energy or entity, especially when you first start. Like, even now, I do this process religiously. Obviously, when I have clients, when I'm doing it for myself, you have to have great energetic hygiene when you are dealing in the world of energy and the unseen realms, because you are important, your vessel is important, and every energy, as I said, is not built in the same that has the best intentions for you. So learning, one, to ground yourself, to feel fully connected, to know what your own energetic blueprint feels like, friggin' key. The next thing is to really set your intention to connect to the spirit guide and the most one that is most highest aligned for you. You set that intention and you project that from your heart. It's really important to expand through your heart, because your heart is your level of protection. And before this, you can project just light and unconditional love and gratitude from your heart, and you can create a whole field of energetic protection around you in a bubble or in a pyramid, whatever feels good for you. But knowing that you are the power, knowing that your source light and love comes from you and it comes from your heart, is so key. So that having that shield and that energetic protection from your heart space, like, a lot of people call in other things to protect them, and whilst that isn't bad necessarily, we don't need that. You can work with other guides that you are very familiar with and you have done this level of discernment with, of course, for extra protection, but ultimately your heart is that. If you want to add extra protection, then you can use double reflective mirrors. Like, your imagination is the key. So however you feel you are best protected by your intention, by your heart energy, and however that shows up for you, go with it. Like, this is the whole point. You got to trust yourself and trust your own intuition. Now, this is where discernment comes in, guys. So once you've set your intention to connect with either your higher self, a spirit guide, whoever you're trying to connect with here, if you start to connect to an energy or a guide and you feel that, see that, however you receive your psychic information, the next thing you have to do is discern. Because we are living in a world of frequency and vibration, and energies are being hijacked all the time. Like, just look at real life, look at like our world at the moment, look at things like AI and technology, how what we're being shown is not actually the truth. So we have to get intuitively better at discerning what is real and what is not. And that's exactly the same in the spirit world, because there are so many lower vibration energies and entities and spirits that would love to jump on your energy, would love to drain you of your life force energy, would love to influence you, because you as a human with a human body can do so much more than they can. So you might feel or see, as you start to open up your psychic gifts, all these potential guides running to try and work with you, and they feel so excited and they're like selling you the dream. But this is where, before you even choose to engage or work with them, you need to discern, are they actually connected to divine love? So if you feel a presence that you think might be a guide or you think is your higher self, ask, 3 times, are you connected to divine love? Are you connected to divine love? Are you connected to divine love? And you will start to notice when you know what your energy feels like, and hopefully you will know what a yes, know how you receive that information. You might feel that in your body. You might feel for a no, it's a bit of like a contracting feeling. For a yes, it feels very expansive. You might see yes, no's in your head as words. Just notice how you receive a yes and no answer when you are connecting with a potential guide. And if they say no, even if it's one time, then they are not aligned with divine love. And this is another myth that I want to break, is a lot of people say, use this term, but they ask, are you connected to the light? And the light has also been hijacked, guys. I don't want to scare you, because there's nothing to be scared of. We are fully protected at all times. We just need the extra bit of discernment. That's it. It's like you wouldn't invite a stranger into your house that just like knocked up at your door. So why are we doing that with other energies and spirit guides? It's no different, guys. It's no different. Like, these energies are strangers until they're not, okay? So doing your due diligence and asking these questions when you first meet someone to determine if they are the right guide or energy or entity that you even want to be engaging with is no different than, again, a stranger knocking at your door. So the reason that I use, are you connected to divine love, is because divine love is divine love. Divine love is God, source love. It's love, unconditional love. Like, love is the healing energy of everything. Light can be hijacked. So if it feels good for you, I would suggest replacing light, if you're using light, to, are you connected with divine love? Now, once you've done that 3 times, if that soul is not aligned, if they've said no, then you can send them on their way. You can set that intention. You can cut any cords with them. You can ask them to leave, and then you can try again. So again, tune in, connect with your Earth star, soul star, sun star, connect to divine love, project out your heart, your beautiful shield of protection, and ask for your spirit guide that has the highest intentions for you, that is connected to divine love, and see who appears. And again, we can go into more detail around this. If you are looking for a particular guide to work with around a particular thing, you should be interviewing your guides, because like I said, all of these guides or energies or entities, they all want to work with you, and they will all like kind of show you the shiny thing. And that's why you have to get good at asking questions. Because if you want a guide that is, for example, here to support you with making money, then you need to interview your guides, because they all might not be up for the job. They all might not be the best aligned to help you with money in this 21st century. So again, this is just why learning these deeper levels of discernment will honestly save you so much heartache. Because I've had to not only release entities and energies from me, but also my clients. And clients that have believed that these entities and energies were really their guides and were guiding them to do all these amazing things, but actually they weren't, and they were really impacting their emotions, energies, and even behaviors. So it is really important, like working with our guides, working with our higher self, working with our soul, working with the highest vibrations of energies that there are, is amazing. It is amazing, and it is life-changing, honestly. But we just have to have a level of discernment. And that's it. It doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't have to be that hard. It's like, just treat it like you're meeting anybody, any stranger. And then, of course, the more that you communicate, the more that you connect with particular guides, the more that you're going to get to know them. It's like meeting a new friend. You're building a relationship with your guide, or you're building a relationship with your higher self, with your own soul. And for some of us, that's like the first time. So just have discernment, ask the questions, get to know if this energy is an energy that is the most aligned for you, that has the best intentions for you, that is connected to divine love, and enjoy the beautiful experiences that you can have by connecting to these beautiful energies. That was the lesson for today, guys. And I will see you on the next one. If you have any questions about connecting to yourself, connecting to your guides, connecting to your higher self, then drop them in the comments and I'll answer as many as I can. And also, this is something that I teach in depth in my Rebel Psychic School. It is the only psychic school for rebel souls, those people that want to live life authentically, with freedom, with meaning and purpose. And as I said, connecting to our soul gifts, connecting to our intuition, working with our higher self and our guides is the gateway to unlocking our purpose. I also have a free masterclass coming up, which is a Rebel Soul Psychic Development Masterclass, where we're going to be clearing some of your psychic blocks, understanding what your purpose is. We are going to go into spirit guides and all of this stuff in much more detail. So we're going to have journal prompts. We're going to have like really cool exercises. And if you're interested in learning more, then the details are also below. I also have a free Find Out Your Healer Archetype. Again, we all have healing abilities. We all have unique soul gifts. So if you want to understand a little bit more about what your special gifts are and how they could be presenting themselves in your life and actually what potentially you're here to do, then you can take my free quiz as well. All the details are below, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And again, all it is discernment, guys, when you're on your spiritual journey, when you're opening up your beautiful psychic gifts. I have learned the hard way, and this is why I've created this program that has every single thing that you need to know about connecting quickly, safely, and the most beautiful way, so that you can have the most profound growth and experience and become the most self-aware human that you can. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you want to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.